just gonna wait for like the audio to catch up. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, see that's same.
Oh, look at that face!
All right. It's almost that time.
Just to wake up with that in the morning.
Here we are with the master of horror, Freddy. Master of scaring you in your dreams. Master of faster, Mr. Robert England. Good guy. We got some good stuff here.
Oh yeah.
Making the room nice. Yeah, we got the whole collection there. That's some good Freddy. We got a lot of different medias, but you know, that's a real nice one. For some of you who haven't seen into my toy collection here, not
that kind of toy.
How frightening is this? This frightening to you. This is the Freddy Krueger Fright Squirter. I don't know where I get this stuff, but I do.
He's a dirty bird.
It's pretty horrifying. So
terrifying.
we have that looking over us as well. Not to mention GameStop's NECA, authentic NES game Freddy Krueger, who's gonna sit here in the background and really haunt my dreams, I'm sure. Oh boy. I feel like he's gonna come after me. Alright. Well, I guess it is that time. Looks like we are blazing saddles. Let's get this thing started. I'm gonna be mashing through, doing the best I can. Gonna try to complete this.
Mashing.
You already saw I did finally take down. Well, I took down Jason, but I'm trying to put a second X on this shirt here. We gotta get Freddy off this here. So last year I was unsuccessful, but live stream take 2, I guess. Away we go.
All right. So what are we gonna be covering? Is this gonna be somewhat of a tutorial?
Yeah, we'll get some stuff. And
trying to take Freddy down finally.
Yeah. Basically, I'm really gonna do my best to complete the game, obviously, but just show a good run and get down to it. It might, streams usually we have probably time to put 2 in case I fail the first time. So.
Let's not say that. You're going down right here, right now.
So once again, another funny thing, kind of like Friday the 13th, is you have to do these first 3 houses first, but it's random on the order in which you do them. Sometimes it's the second one or the first one first, and it's
so the door open is the indicator. Hey, come in here. I've got cat feet.
You just have to hold up, basically. And
all the doors are open?
Well, some of them are, some of them aren't.
Womp. Now, again, this is a 4-player game. One of the, there's like 14 or 15 on the NES?
Yeah, not too many, but this is one of the only 4-player platforms, basically.
Right.
Ever made.
Most of them are kind of sports games or trivia games or whatever. So this is possibly up there for 4-player games you can get on the NES.
I would say so.
Well, Off-Road's only 3 players, huh?
No. Off-Road is 4.
On the NES.
Bomberman is 3 players. Bomberman 2.
What port of Off-Road was only 3 players? Was that the Super or Sega or something?
Probably one of those. There's like an original, like one of the arcade version is 3 players.
Yeah. You dirty rat. Now, don't most of these mobs have Freddy's face on them?
Oh, well, yeah, I think most of the bosses... Well, I don't know about the mobs, but the bosses all are, like, renditions.
Did you switch, or do you automatically switch?
Every boss fight puts you into night mode, dream mode, so you can hit select and switch through your, costumes.
Which the first time we played, we weren't even aware that you could
Not really. There's like a ton of them, too. You'll definitely see all of them. Every time you defeat a boss, too, you get that free guy.
And one cool thing, too, is that once you have the power-up, even through continues and stuff, you keep it. A lot of NES games, you gotta rebuild your power-up every time you even die.
Yeah, and you only need, like, one, every time you use it or whatever. Once I have the tracksuit once, see, it's house 3.
Oh, so the door isn't open, so that does...
We'll see. We'll see if that is an indicator.
Because we swear, like, the first time we were playing this, we were running back and forth, look, where do we go? If it's as simple as the door being open, that's the one you go in. But maybe not.
It's funny is I do check 3 a lot, but I have been checking 1.
Had you already been in that house that you passed?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are 3 houses?
Yeah, it's basically, yeah, there's the 3 houses in the beginning, and then after that, it's,
He's just going on a run here, okay?
I messed up.
Messing up.
Killing my time. If this were a true, like, speedrun or something.
What's cool about this and Friday the 13th is that, what is that, NECA, you said, put out the 8-bit version of their... I don't even know if you call these action figures anymore. Would you call them collectible figures? Or
Yeah, I guess.
Collectible.
I mean, they're pretty actiony to me.
But, I mean, that's cool that they offer that version. Because a lot of time, even when stuff is made retro cool or retro chic or whatever, they don't design... You know, they design it with a new design or whatever that isn't in the favor of these old, excellent, original NES titles. Again, I'm sure everybody out there has heard the LJN thing to death, but you know what? This is considered one of the better of the LJN, or maybe even the only playable LJN game. Although most of them are excellent.
Yeah, I love them all.
Really trying to like, was it Terminator? With the Total Recall? One of those that's LJN that's really hard to play.
Oh, you think it's Total Recall for you, but yeah, the Terminator isn't great either.
But, you know, I want him to be great. I do. Oh, Total Recall's a claim, not bad. I don't know, there's a game like that you want to be good, and it is just not. But you just gotta give it time. I mean, like everybody else, the first time we played some of these games, oh my god, this is garbage, we're expecting, you know, the best of the best for some reason. You just get done playing like Contra or Castlevania or any of those, you know, excellent, well-made games, and you go to play maybe a lesser, and it's hard to say, not as well designed, but obviously they don't have as big of a budget, and they did great for what they have.
Yeah, some of them are amazing.
Yeah.
I played all sorts of low-budget games that are... They just look... I mean, they look crazy and awful. It's really hard. Games that are themed after things where they have to make, you know, such a... the sprites and stuff look like exactly like something there. I mean, because I heard there's things in wrestling games and the people were like, nope, I don't look good enough. Like,
the whole
yeah, you have to change it.
Because, I mean, you know, especially on these early systems limitations, you can only do so much. And I feel like they do a great job with this one. What you're talking about, we just did Friday the 13th. Easy. Did he beat Jason? I don't know. You should go watch and find out how that went. But we just streamed that a couple days back. And one thing we were talking about is just, you know, how well that game is made. How well it's designed. How accurate it is to the movie.
It really is. The first, like, few movies, and there's a lot of... I mean, there's just so much to actually do. It's not just a...
Coffee!
You know, like, nothing. It's a straightforward game. It's got many, many levels.
Because that's one of the complaints about Jaws, right? Is it really doesn't...
It doesn't have a lot to do, but what can you do? I mean, go watch that movie. I mean, I still like those movies and
they're
stuff,
pretty long.
They're really, like, build-up, suspenseful movie. Oh,
yeah, you gotta watch the whole movie, not really be interrupted.
I mean, they portrayed what you do. You went and sailed around and you ran from Jaws, and then eventually you hunt Jaws. Like, seems pretty typical to me. Back to the Future, come on, that is like spot on. That's good shooter right there.
Excellent.
I mean, Back to the Future 2, I would say, is not as entertaining, but oh man.
I think there's a Back to the Future 2 on maybe Master or like Famicom or something.
There is.
It looked pretty cool. I've heard terrible things about it.
Really? No, I thought there's one on like Genesis or something.
Yeah, well, it's one of those systems, and I think it's an import. It's not it wasn't
No,
released here.
there's one for us, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
I thought I just saw
Not
it.
the one on NES, the 2 and 3.
No, it's like a Sega version, like, not like 2. Just
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2.
Something like that. And I've just, like, everybody I've seen play it or review it says how terrible it is, but it actually looks fun. What are you trying to do?
This is one of those games where, unlike, gosh, what is it? Yeah, I don't even know what really feels. It's just taking 2 hits or something like that. Finally, the ninja.
Ninja. Where are you going? We're in here beating Freddy.
Oh.
Yeah, get some.
This is what I was saying. You could really, really like try to make sure to hit him like every time, but you want to make sure to beat the game.
Yeah, I want to do it when his claws aren't out. I do like the bosses in this game. I think they're very unique, interesting. I like how it's like each one of his body parts.
Yeah.
Because what, originally, isn't that how they got rid of the character in the movie? Was they
Well,
cut
that's
him
right.
up and burn him or
Well,
something?
yeah, you're collecting his bones. That's ultimately what you're doing in this as well. But
Right. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I watched a couple of the first ones too, and like some of the nightmares the kids have to do with kind of some of this stuff where it's just like a claw and just like stuff. Like I actually noticed that. I feel like the head with the tongues and stuff was like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. As far as the movies go, I remember the first one actually being... I mean, there's a bit of comedy in it versus your normal slasher flick, but really they start to kind of play to that in the second, third, and beyond. But the first one is...
The first one's great.
The first one is actually pretty scary, even still by today, and...
I thought so. I just watched it literally like not too long ago. Less than a month. And I was just talking to him like, some good old Johnny Depp. It held up well.
I'd say so.
This is the funny part of the game where, how would you know, now that you've done the first 3 houses, that you have to go all the way to the very last thing on the entire map, passing every other house.
That was one of the troubles we had playing.
When we did our 4-player, yeah.
We do have a 4-player run of this up. We did probably, in like our first year. So go check in the way back logs for that.
I don't know how far we got.
Yeah, we touched on it. This is a 4-player game. Each player you add, increases the difficulty. A game like this with 4 players, unless every single one of the players was on board, on frickin' timing, then it could be rough. It could be a rough go the more players you add, especially if it's just like casual players. You're probably not going to have a good time playing this game, and that is one of the downsides of this being a 4-player game, is that it will take some serious players to get through it.
It'd be fun to play Gauntlet too.
It very much so would be fun to play Gauntlet too. It would be, we should start with the first one, but I think the second one is a little bit more forgiving, isn't it?
Well, the first one's 2 players. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, not that we have 4 players, but I'm just saying it was 4 players. It'd be fun to do that sometime.
I didn't realize, growing up playing Gauntlet all these years, I mean, we really enjoyed playing Gauntlet Legends on the 64, where it became seemingly more than like an RPG, but the first one, it is very RPG. Like, you do level, you want to be getting the treasures. Everything matters, and it's crazy. You don't really realize that because it doesn't directly tell you. But the thing with those games is they are freaking long.
I guess it's just how well you play the bosses. I mean, I didn't want to die this as much as I have, but...
Have you died a lot?
Yeah, I've died 3 times, I think.
You were saying you get a free guy every boss?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still... If you can stay around 5 guys, it's good, but I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 continues. We'll see. Usually it's pretty consistent. It's always down to the last wire.
So do you need to save at least 1 continue for the boss?
Yeah, that would be encouraged. Oh, you suck.
And so this game gets progressively more difficult, right? The first couple levels aren't too bad. Once it starts getting the tougher mobs that are taking 2 hits, 3 hits, is that when you kind of switch your strategy to running through the levels asleep so you can have your power-ups?
To be honest, I hardly ever... I don't try to be asleep very often. I used to do that strategy a lot more. I think last year we did that more.
This is the dog that barks.
But the,
needless to say, this is where the game starts ramping up. These guys dropping ads that you have to be maintaining, otherwise you will be overwhelmed. Which is the one? Don't these things start splitting at some point, or is that a different...
if you don't keep them up, they can have like as many as you can on the screen, so it's like ridiculous.
What do you see? Is it freaking out? I got like three screens up. maddening the child.
Come on.
Here's zombie.
I knew it was like his last hit. I was like, don't kill me before I kill you.
Do you get full power at the end of the boss fight?
I don't know. That's full, that's not life. That's your
that's your
sleep
sleep.
meter. So I don't even know what your life bar is. It's basically...
Basically, you can take 2 hits in a row, you're done.
Something like that.
Other than that, you basically don't have life.
Kind of. And sometimes if... I don't know, if you take a bunch of hits, I guess, it'll make you randomly take 2 hits somehow.
So this is where it starts to ramp up in difficulty. We got bubbles, we got one pitfall death jumps.
Yeah, but I think the ability to stay awake and fight weaker mobs is beneficial, except for there's a point where you have to be asleep to make like jumps.
Oh, see, we had trouble with that to begin with too. We didn't realize
because there was actually at one point I made it once, regular, and was like, oh, this is how you do it, and I'm like, you can't really do it.
Oh, the bubbles. I finally got retribution on, that's one I need to edit too. I think it's Kid Nicky. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, there's this level with these bubbles. I think it's like level 4 or 5. Man, that was rough, but, finally was able to put that thing to bed.
Right, they pop like real quick and stuff.
Yeah, well, and the timing was random, and so you would sit there trying to time the jump, and then the bubble wouldn't come up, and you'd fall in the water and die. It's like, what game was that we were playing? Noid or something, where you're trying to land on the platform, and the water was just a pixel too low, and you're done. Even though you can see the landing platform.
I'm like, come on, I'm like on it. It's just that the pixel's like put sideways, and just because the very bottom of it isn't there, you're like. Oh.
Sometimes that can be in your favor, right? Because you want that extra little bit of leeway pixel, but other times in games like that, it is a disadvantage. Yeah, this level definitely starts to get tough. You're seemingly handling it much better than previous times.
I'm a little versed.
That zombie likes to always pop out and get you though. He's a real jerk.
Been practicing. Been practicing this one.
Here we go. Do you get free guys with score, or it's only on boss?
Could be score, because every once in a while I hear a thing, but normally it's that key. It's the key on the boss.
Yeah. Whoa, careful. See, it would have been cool if they had a Ghostbusters game like this, 4-player, or 3-player, I guess, right? Or no, there was 4 Ghostbusters.
4, yeah. Absolutely 4.
So that would have been fantastic. Because the Ghostbuster games on NES are great. That's another one Easy wants to bring, hopefully, sometime this month.
Yep. We're bringing it live streaming. Fear That Forge.
Ghostbusters complete.
Beating games for you live.
Last time we got to the end, but it's one of those games where you want to have turbo for the last level because it's just ridiculous.
You know, I also didn't know. I wasn't even expecting to get there. I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh. But yeah, so that'll be another fun one.
I did get pretty far on Ghostbusters 2. It is not probably a game that I want to play very often unless I like have to, so maybe that might be one Easy wants to tackle. It's a fun game, but
why are you always doing this to me?
It's just one of those games that can really make you want to run away screaming.
Yeah, I try after I did something. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play Ghosts and Goblins, and I'm like, then suddenly got super mad and then tried playing Beetlejuice or something. I'm like,
it's not quite that brutal, but it's like up there with those games where you have to play through the whole game to progress 1 inch further on the screen, and you do that 50 times to pass the level. It's just one of those games that's tough. A lot of repetitive grinding. It's cool though once you figure it out. But Beetlejuice, that's another really cool game that hopefully you'll not. I don't know if you'll be able to get to it this year, but it's gonna take some time to get through the levels and kind of figure it out.
I meant to read the manual because there's a lot going on in that. You have to you get items and stuff. That always makes it hard. It's more like an Addams Family or like Festers or something like that, or it's more involving than you really think.
Addams Family is really good on the NES. I prefer it to the Super Nintendo.
You have the NES one? I have the NES one too.
Yeah,
really good.
One game we did, oh man, such one of those whiffs. Bases loaded, you know what I mean? Bottom of the ninth.
What? Bases loaded was good.
No, I'm talking, we could have had the, Pugsley Scavenger Hunt on the NES. We decided to go with it on the 16-bit because, come on, it's going to be better on the 16-bit, right? And at that very moment, the next day pretty much, or even that day, the game went from being a common to like a ridiculous $40, $50. I don't even know how much it is now, but
yeah,
oh man, that was a real disappointment. Plus,
Could have got it for like $6, $8 or something like that.
Yeah, plus, it's one of those things where I find a lot of the platformers to be more fun and more my speed on NES versus SNES. Yeah, you get a lot more on the 16-bit, but you also have to do a lot more as well to get that little bit of extra. So I find that, you know, games like this, they're very linear. You don't have to backtrack a lot. I mean,
I'm killing this one.
yeah. Oh yeah, this is the dungeon where it gets tough. And here I am distracting you.
I couldn't believe it. I'm about to fall asleep though, because I've been doing so well in my lives.
Is there coffee down there? Ooh, that slime. The metallic slime, gotcha. Why is the metallic slime so hard to kill? I never knew that. I think he's just a slime. He should die. Oh, the double drip hit.
It's funny this, I only use this character for levels.
Yeah.
There's like, sometimes I use it on the boss at the end, but like never use it for anything else.
Was there a wizard in that? I don't remember the wizard. Or even like a D&D style nerd in Freddy. It was all like just teenagers, right? Oh, nice.
Ah,
Get some.
Might as well just fly to the end since I'm there.
May as well.
Here's the last bone.
This is going well. So what you got? This is the last stage before you fight every boss again, Mega Man style.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa! What was that?
it's a tough pixel right there. I know, I'm just getting a little sloppy.
Sloppy McJoe here.
So this is the section where we were just having a debate about staying asleep. This is a section where I used to get there's a coffee that's coming up right here.
Coffee. Do you die if you don't jump?
Sure
there?
do.
Okay, I was just making sure. I feel like that's.
Yeah, I found that out one time. So you can get that,
Radio.
but I've been passing it up just for the
You need the floaty.
float. But see, you can still do this pretty good without it.
Because you don't need to even really be killing the enemies anyway.
You don't.
Especially if you're just floating. Oh, I thought you were going to make it, but you needed to fall down there anyway.
Oh yeah.
Dude, those ghosts remind me from something. I mean, it's the way they wave their arms. Totally reminds me of something like a toy we used to play with back in the day.
Is this no?
Yeah, but easy.
Oh no! Here comes Freddy.
Snap.
It's always good to get him in there though too.
Yeah. Is it though?
No, not right, really. But.
For streaming purposes, it's great.
See, I guess that's the only other reason you'd want to get the coffee right there is if you really didn't want to fight Freddy. So I know he's coming, and last time he messed me up while I'm trying to jump over all these
You
things.
just
Right here.
pitfall when he brings you back.
Well, it like freezes you. So it froze me right like
and
by
drop
all this
right in
stuff.
the
Oh
drink.
boy.
I think they did a really good job with this sprite. I can't think of many better boss sprites on Nintendo. This might possibly be the best one. I mean, can you think of a better one? He looks so realistic.
Get out of here, Freddy! Get out of here!
Get out of here, Freddy!
Go on now! Go on, get! Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say your toy game's really getting on point, man.
Toys are fun. I got. Yeah.
Did you get the turtle van yet?
But I got, there's a lot of fun people out there. So horror has been good too. A lot of fun comic guys, VHS
horrors.
guys, horror. You know how we love all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah. I've been having a blast collecting VHS. So it's one of we've talked about. It's like back, if you would have started collecting Nintendo games 10, 15 years ago, getting them for a quarter at the thrift store like you can with VHS. Not sure if VHS will ever take off like that again, but there's a bit of a following going on. A lot of people trying to collect for their VHS library.
Close to using up that continue.
Is it? You haven't used one continue yet? No. And how many do you get?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. So, and you did state you wanted to get to the last boss with at least one continue. And again, there's that rare music. Although this does have an LJN title. I don't even know how to describe Rare, if they were actually Nintendo at the time and they were on production of most NES games.
They're just
because they did most of the black box stuff, and you don't see their name in the credit. It's credited to Nintendo as the publisher. Maybe if you look into the developer, I think it still says Nintendo as well. So there's a lot of that fun, I don't know if you'd call it history or just information, basically, for this era of game.
You damn bees!
It's the bees. That's a tricky spot right here too.
I know. That's why I said spots where you get stuck, and it can just take so many lives from you.
It's a common trait in these games.
Especially on
Very
these last.
unforgiving.
It's especially on these last couple levels normally.
I caught me a marlin. It's like wrestling a barracuda or something with this beast over here. She wants to go to sleep, but I think there's too much activity.
Barracuda!
Yeah. She doesn't want Freddy to come for her.
I know, we just talked about, like, don't ever go to sleep again! It's nap time!
It is, it really is, but...
Ah, no.
This environment don't like her naps. I'll tell you that much. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a tough bat part right there, it always is.
I'd say this is going quite well. Probably the best run I've seen you on. A lot of time it gets ended on that underground part. Made it. Solid. Boss fight. Here we go. Is this it? Mega Man?
No, this is the double.
Oh, the double? This is probably one of the hardest boss fights, right?
This is by far the one. I mean, this version isn't as bad, but the second time around, this version is harder than Freddy.
Yeah. Is there a way to kill one and then the other? Do they
Yeah.
both kind of die?
In fact, I think I don't know if the hand takes damage, but you can't, like, finish killing the head until you kill the hand or something like that. So basically, you want to attack it a bunch. You can get it down to one.
Oh! Yeah. Very good.
There we go.
Very nice, very nice.
See, this is actually, it is pretty, that's why this one is so easy, because he's not as fast this time. It's a lot easier to avoid just him, and with the ninja, you can just ninja kick! Ninja kick, ninja kick the damn rabbit.
Yeah. Classic.
See, like, he's going as fast now as he is the second time. That's how fast he is, like, the whole time.
Wow.
Y'all.
Y'all.
Alright!
Stack it up, stack it up. Now we're going
Ladies
back to where?
and gentlemen, we're going back to the school where it all started.
Nice, nice. I'm liking these jumps. Very Mario-esque.
Let's go get Janitor Willie. Oh, Willie.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Super Mario Bros., the original, possibly one of the, if not greatest, most well-made games ever created. The precision on that game is the real deal.
Here's actually now a chance. This is the only time that I have to go to sleep.
But there's that coffee right there.
I know, it makes you wait longer if you hit it, so it's so funny.
It'd almost be nice if there was like, you push start and select or something, it would make you fall asleep.
I gotta fall asleep in the game, but this Bang Energy's saying I ain't falling asleep in real life.
Like DDP. You think he made this drink? He does yoga, I
Very
think.
good.
Some other things. If not, he should be a sponsor. You're welcome, Bang.
You're
DDP.
welcome.
I don't see why not. Wrestling's so popular right now. Did you see Fox has adapted? They're taking up SmackDown now.
Yeah, I heard that Hogan was talking about it.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on it, or I guess that was last Friday. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. Because that was that whole ding fiasco I was telling you about.
It was a great interview, the one where they talked to all like the Fox announcer guys.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so cool. He like talked about how like Andre the Giant.
You don't need those bones?
He did. Yeah, you need these ones.
Oh, you have to go the other way.
He talked about how Andre, like, he didn't know, like, during the WrestleMania, like, 3 that set, like, the pace for wrestling, like, Andre the Giant just kept saying, like, ah! Like, don't worry about it. He's like, are you gonna, like, let me win? He's like, don't worry about it. And then finally, when it came time, he's like, well, if you can, like, slam me, then the torch is yours.
Yeah.
And then he's basically like, oh.
So he wasn't going to just let him have it. You had to earn it.
And then Hogan was like, well, I'm glad I got him up that day. 94,000 people.
Incredible.
Watched him.
It is certainly a different sport than it was when we watched it growing up, but that is not to say it's not still good.
Can I go up there? Yes. Yes.
You know, and if you think about it, it's a lot like gaming. Nothing is going to beat these original games, right? I mean, no amount of, at least
Not in my book,
not
Johnny
what
Jimmy.
we've seen so far.
Johnny Jimmy, Billy Jim.
But that doesn't mean that newer games don't have playability and aren't good in their own right. But just this era of gaming, I mean, look at it across the board. Look at sports at this time. Look at cinema. Look at gaming. You know, books, looking at literature, that kind of stuff. The 90s, it just seemed like was the utopian time of everything. It was like the Renaissance, the 20th century Renaissance.
Freddy's coming for me.
It's coming. He's taking too much damage. Can he make it to the hatch in time? Nice.
Doesn't matter. I got one. I got a couple more spots.
Cup of coffee. Come on.
I'd love a cup of coffee right now.
Chill right here. Oh! Taken down. Now, does he get progressively harder each time you have to fight him? Or
sure, he gets a little bit faster. But like I said, he's not. Honest. Besides, he does take your lives fast when he catches you, but he's not like the hardest for sure. Ah, you son of a gun! Get out of here, Freddy! Oh wait, where am I going? He fooled me. I wasn't gonna get that actually, but he almost fooled me. I started going back the wrong way.
Oh, because it like switches you around?
Yeah, because I was like, which way am I going, left or right?
You just said you didn't want to.
It's getting close.
Like the music has changed here.
Well, this is the.
Is this it? The final countdown?
See, this is why you keep the wizard.
You like jump as it's going to the top, and that guy will keep coming back if you kill him.
He will spawn.
That's annoying. Yikes. Yarr! Ah!
Wow.
Be a real doozy if he bings you in that corner.
I can't believe it. I normally don't have that much trouble.
Normally. Ha! Ha! Huzzah, they say.
Jeez Louise.
I never really noticed it. Those are lockers.
Yeah, they're at the school now.
That's a lot of lockers. Yin yang. About to get serious. Do you need that coffee or do you let it?
That one I might. I don't know. As well. I'm here.
Keep it.
No. Dead.
Both those bats. Some gnarly bats. Probably some of the worst bats. Bats
These
are always bad.
Bats. If you watch a lot of different videos, you will know that bats are not my friend. But these bats in particular,
And the bees
are like these are not my. None of them are my friend. This is actually pretty kind of cool because it's a little bit. It's a little bit of a secret.
Falling right in that pit there?
No, to get to Freddy though.
Oh, you got some pro tip coming up right here?
Well, it was just remember the first time, like we couldn't find it.
Oh, you mean the direction you have to go?
Yeah, because you have to come back.
Similar to Mario, where you have to.
In fact, it makes it easier because instead of going twice, you only have to come back. Like you can leave those bones, you know. See right there where that thing's on fire? That's where you have to go. Because when you get all the bones on the level, the fire disappears.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like the electricity on the blocking the staircases.
Yeah.
Normally. Woo!
It's exactly like that.
Huh. I was going to say, what are you supposed to do there? Wall jump? I didn't think that was the thing. That's kind of messed up that they let that thing go all the way down and kill you.
They sure do. You should have seen the first time it happened to me. I was super pissed. I always get scared that they're like gonna fall or something.
I know, that's kind of a strange thing. Maybe they didn't realize they couldn't make that jump without the last minute edit. Making good time, my friend.
Not bad. It's about to go down.
Hopefully you still have a continue left.
I do. Definitely have one.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, that can't be good.
It's not bad.
That
really.
can't be good. But right where it is, I'm wondering if you drop straight down.
No, I should be. I just gotta make sure and hold the button. Nope.
Oh,
go
knockback.
backwards.
Yeah, the knockback, at least it didn't cheap you out, but right there.
I know, I'm just trying to use my, you get that little bit of free time, you know?
Lizard needs food badly.
Oh man,
Sweet.
that's good. You made me want to play Gauntlet so bad.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a great game to play. Here we go.
Alright, everybody, let's get some.
Do it. You go Trackstar.
Trackstar, Ninja, Trackstar.
Huh. No wizard?
No, I don't, it's not been, the wizard isn't a friend of mine. I don't know, he's not a boss fighter.
Getting it. Oh, here comes the ads. Those tongue ads. You want to keep those under control. Easy's making a run at it. Can he get it? Final boss fight. Here we go. Ooh, it's cutting it down to the wire. We got 4 guys. Hopefully it continue. We're not 100% sure.
I am.
He's 100% sure, so the pressure's not as on as it would seem.
Well,
But I'm going to just go ahead and say that it is.
it is. So
Makes for much
I get
better.
too cocky and I'll die 5 times on the ghost here.
Makes for better television when the pressure's on. Okay.
Alright. They got fast there.
Well, so fast.
To start. And then they continue to pick up the pace.
And if you're not clearing those ads, it's going to make for a bad time.
Sure is.
We're not exactly sure the number is probably something to be on the screen, but I'd assume maybe 4 or 5 at least.
Well, we can have 4 people and like 8
Yeah.
of them, so I'm sure they can do like a million.
Unlimited spawns. There are a lot of cheap deaths in this game, and
Sure
they can really stack up. But it is forgiving in the sense that you do get hit. You get a moment somewhat of limited invincibility
How did I even take a hit?
versus just one hit death. Because that would probably make this game really freaking difficult with as much cheap damage as you take. Or can he only have one? Can he only have one at a time?
It's because he's almost dead.
Booyah! Jump kick to the face!
When they're almost dead, they seem to. Man, I just got a long ways to go. I got real cocky.
Is that boss? The last boss was pretty tough though. Then you got the one more
This
double boss.
guy gets just as crazy.
Oh really? Because he speeds up.
Yeah, and his ads come out like faster, and I know for a fact that he will put as many out as he can. He has a little bit bigger target though. Like the bat's so hard to hit sometimes. Frickin' small.
It's almost like you can time the jump.
To get one of the ads, that's
Right.
what you gotta do. You gotta know your business.
Know your Mr. Business.
You gotta know your president business.
Okay, here we go. The fist. The fist and the tongue combo. Not pretty. And he's raining blood on your face. One of my favorite songs.
Raining blood on my face.
I don't know if that's the exact
I know.
title, but... Man, how about that AC/DC on vinyl, dude? It's so good.
I got like 3 or 4 albums.
I just want that. Like, I just need
I got
to
Back
come
in
over
Black.
and listen to that.
Highway to Hell.
You need to get Billy Idol, though, dude. I want to hear White Wedding on vinyl like nobody's business.
I really wanted to get heavy metal. Here it comes,
heavy
ladies
metal,
and Gentlemen
furnace.
of the jury.
The door's open, waiting.
Let's stuff this guy in there for good.
Let's stuff him in there. It almost reminds me of Terminator in a way, like the end of the movie, you know? Where it's just set up for you to push him into the drink. Oh man, he's spawning multiple claws.
Sure is.
Those aren't French ticklers. Those are razor sharp
French
claws.
ticklers.
Razor sharp French ticklers. You gotta get those in the backpack room. The S&M room.
That's
Is that it?
He just runs away and you throw his bones in. You beat him in the dream.
You beat him in real life, you beat him in the dream. There it goes.
Oh man.
Lolly lolly.
X.
Ooh.
Out. Brothers
Rip.
Forge Gaming.
So the evil is purged. Fire purifies all. The bones are ashes, soon to be dust.
Yeah.
Freddy trademark is dead. And the nightmare is in.
Freddy trademark is dead.
Or has it. Dot, dot, dot.
Whew. That's what we wanted to see.
That's what you're going to see in your nightmares. Look
and
at
that's
that
what
face.
you're going to see. You're safe. There's no more nightmares. The nightmare
Or is
over.
there?
Or
Is there?
Yeah, so maybe still don't fall asleep. But that went well. Brothers Forge Gaming, this has been easy.
Woo!
Mr. C. And we just
Take
killed
that, Freddy.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Boom. Done.
Done.
So that's what? That's Jason down, Freddy down.
We need a new shirt that doesn't have either of them on there.
We
Just
gotta
some
get.
graveyards.
Is there a Halloween game? I don't know. Maybe we'll be playing some Gremlins too. I'm pretty versed in that.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
We're talking about Totally Rad, maybe, for some
Probably
lighter,
be a little bit fun.
some lighter-heartedness.
We might have to do that Splatterhouse.
Yeah, for sure, Splatterhouse. I mean, there's Monster Party, Maniac Mansion, all those ones that...
Let's do
There's
it.
so many great Halloween games we can get into out there. Probably not enough time to get to them all, but,
Man.
you know, that's what makes it fun, year to year.
So that's good time. That's I guess that's what we came to do. I guess, you know, with nothing else to do but cut it a little short.
All right, then.
This has been our stream. You know, we got nothing left to say. So stay safe in your dreams, and we'll catch you as soon as we can.
Yeah, if you guys missed out on the beginning, there is, Evan went over some swag, some Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street swag.
Fun video.
Back to
So
the
yeah, you're catching this at the
front
end. This is a full walkthrough. I mean, this will show you exactly how to get it done. You can see some other cool stuff from the collection. I mean, it's got it all. That's how you fear the Forge.
Fear it.